I think this is what most couples forget is this idea of mutual influence. Mutual influence is the single biggest predictor of marital success. When you cannot receive influence from each other, that is when you are in dicey territory. And this is based on John Gottman's research. And there is a gendered component to this actually from his research, but then this was a long time ago, and I think things are evolving now. But as women have been more conditioned to receive influence than men, who are really conditioned to be linear, achieving, autonomous, independent, and pivoting in a relational way is almost a sign of weakness. What he found is that receiving influence as a husband is really a big predictor of success in marriage. But I think it's important, really important, for both partners to be able to receive influence from each other and to share that and to have a shared understanding of what that would look like. So this would sound like, would you be open to working on this together? Not, this is the only logical way forward. And if you don't see that, then you're nuts, right? Like, obviously this is the only way. And this is what most people do. I'm going to try to show you why this is the right way. And whenever you try to tell me your way is the right way, I'm going to show you why it's not the right way. And I'm going to go back to saying why. That's what gridlock is, right? You're just continuing to reiterate your same old points and you're not moving out of that. So this is just an extension of what I was talking about in terms of, coming from the us place. That's what mutual influence is. It supports the us place. Like an example would be if instead of arguing over chores, you would just propose a system, right? Like, let's try it this way. So this is how I think we should do it. What do you think? You're seeking their input too. That invites mutual influence. You can also replace comments like, you're not pulling your weight around here, which would be a you statement, to how can we rebalance division of labor? How can we find a more fair way? Because this is not working for me. What do you think would make most sense? Here's what I think makes most sense. You actually never need to argue. Technically, you never need to argue. All you ever need to do is share your vantage point and your opinions, and then the other person does the same, and then you negotiate from there. But if you try to deconstruct or make the other person wrong, you're never going to get anywhere. I'm sure you've had this experience before, but it's so easy to do. And ultimately, this is about collaboration, right? So what you could do is interrupt the control loop by saying something like, are we power struggling right now? Kind of like I mentioned before, what is at stake for you right now? Here's my fear. Here's what's at stake for me. When you can bring that forward and incorporate that and do the same for them, and it doesn't matter if you agree with them or not, you have to incorporate it. That's what collaboration is.